Hi, this is Jim over at Cherry Logistics. In the video we're going to take a look at next is going to show us a mapping feature that's inside the portal to show you some functionality with that map. We're normally looking at screens that have record views. This gives us a little bit more of a mapping type of visual to identify customer locations and our own service provider locations. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. We're going to log in as Black Dirt Plowing Company, and I'm going to navigate from the main menu drop down to Operations and our global map. So the global map view is a Google Map image. It has a lot of the interaction function as a normal Google Map. You can zoom in and zoom out and move it around. It has the feature to put you on the ground for street view, and it also has a number of filtering options here. So let's take a look at, we'll kind of zero in on the Midwest Chicagoland area here, and we can go ahead and select some filters. We can select the different locations that you have by the different contract types, or just the different customer names or customer locations. We can even do addresses, city and states if we really wanted to drill down to some specific locations. But we'll leave it at this for now. So again, we'll just apply all the locations to this map here, and that'll bring in all the customer locations that this service provider currently has contracts with. And those are identified by these pins on the map. So we see these 4 pins here signifying customer locations. If we wanted to filter that a little bit more and we just wanted to look at landscaping locations, we would just select landscaping and apply the filter. But we can see that those 4 locations are really tied into landscaping also, so we'll take something a little different. We'll take lot portering. Apply the filter, and now none of the locations show up. So again, we'll just go ahead and choose snow and landscaping, and we should get the pins back again. So it's really specific to the type of contract you have with that location in order to filter on that. You can also filter on the customer. Just begin typing in the name, and then the location IDs will begin to populate, and you can select that one and then select the apply the filter. To remove a filter, you just hit this minus button, and the filter goes away, and now you're just left with the location ID. And if we wanted to remove the banner also. So we're going to go ahead and apply all of them. We're going to remove this location filter. So now we have all the locations signified with this service provider here, identified with these location pins. And if we click on the pin, we can see additional information related to that location. We'll see the customer name information, the location ID, the address of that location, and then the last current status that was available for that location. This particular one had a service reported on 5/23. We can go ahead and close that out. This particular location down here is in Woodridge. We see the location ID, and we see the status where we have the driver is on site right now on 5/23. So again, it gives us a great mapping view of the locations that you actively serve and the current statuses that those location is as far as the service status. The color codes respond to the type of statuses that are going on at those locations. Here we have a location in Elburn that we're waiting on a proposal from the service provider to submit back to Cherry Logistics. So again, it gives you a nice visual as opposed to those record views that you're typically used to seeing in the portal screens. The other icons on this map signify more specifically to the service provider. This red circle with the black star on it is the main service provider location. This is Black Dirt Plowing Company. We see the 24-hour contact person's name and phone number here, and then we see the location address for that provider. And then we see the current active contracts we have with that provider: landscaping, lot sweeping, and snow services. These flags represent additional locations that this provider manages and dispatches services from, or he could be a salt customer of ours and he receives salt deliveries at any of these locations. So when we click on these flag icons, it shows us again the company, Black Dirt Plowing Company, and a different location identification. This is Black Dirt North over here in Bensonville, Black Dirt Central over here in Wheaton, Illinois, and then Black Dirt South in North Aurora. So again, different identifiers for those different yards and or dispatch areas that the service provider uses. So that identifies the locations on the map specific to the contracts for the customer locations that you have. And there's additional functionality to this map also. Again, we talked about the street view. You're able to drop the pin right next to the on the location. So again, you can get a street view image if you wanted to zoom in closer. You have that functionality that's typical with most Google Maps. And then we also have a weather overlay. So for the weather overlay, you can have several options in this weather menu to look at all the different types of weather information that would go along with a weather overlay on a map. You can see current radar conditions. Obviously, this was a video was shot on a very rainy day, but you can look at severe weather notices and identifiers, tornado notices and identifiers on that map, along with a lot of other information, including webcams and weather photos and for specific areas. So again, it's just a nice weather overlay tool that you can see how the weather is setting up around your customers' locations, especially if you're a snow service provider. You can again in the winter months see how this weather overlay stacks up and what kind of weather is expected in the locations that you service. The other areas that we have here is the traffic overlay. We can click on traffic and see the traffic routes. Just again, like normal traffic routes on a Google map, the green means that the routes are pretty clear, but then we see some congested in the yellow and red areas. So those are the weather overlays and the mapping overlays for traffic that we can see here. We can also change the type of mapping view that we have as far as satellite, map view, and even terrain. So again, some other options that are really typical to a normal Google map image. So again, between the filtering and the overlays, hopefully you can find this as a good visual tool to help you manage your service locations and even see the current status for your services for each of these locations with a nice mapping view. So I hope you found this information useful. And again, just like anything else, if you have questions about the web portal or the global map view, please give us a call here over at Cherry. And in the meantime, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.